Hey guys, it's Allison. I hope you're having a great week so far. I have a few housekeeping things that I figured you wouldn't want to read in a boring email, so I figured I'd do a video and go over these things. The first thing I want to tell you all is thank you so much. Y'all are doing a wonderful job in preschool. I've thoroughly enjoyed my kids telling me what they've been learning, and even though I already know what the lessons are about, it's great to hear it from their perspective and to see what they soaked up from the day. Um, Y'all are doing a great job with that. I've got a few general housekeeping things, and then I'll go a little bit more specific between babies and the 3 and 4 year olds. And then I've got a neat surprise at the end, so you might want to stick around for that. The first thing that I needed to let everybody know is to remind you to be at your classroom 15 or 20 minutes before service starts. This gives you a chance to communicate with the teachers before you and find out any information about any of the kids that day that they might need to tell you. If you and your spouse are serving in a room together and you have kids that you need to drop off, say in elementary or somewhere else, one of you can come onto the room and one can go drop kids off, and that way we'll know that you're going to be there that day, and we're not wondering, if you're going to make it or not. And that helps the teachers before you be able to get to their worship service or small group, wherever they need to go on time. If you are going to be out and it's kind of a last minute thing, I'm going to list all of your directors' contact information, and I'll put mine as well in the email. And that way, if your kids wake up sick or, you can't make it that morning because you're sick or whatever, you can let me know or let your director know, and I'll put all that information in the email for you. The next thing is we are working on updating the CPF forms. If you haven't done one in the last 5 years, then we're going to be giving you one of those, so you may see it in the mail, or I may have them to pass out on Sunday. So don't be alarmed if you get one. We're just updating our system and making sure we have everybody covered under that. Also, we're working on updating name tags, and so we'll have new name tags as soon as we can get those done. And with those, you'll have to have those on when you're serving on Sundays once we get everybody's made and updated. And I'll talk more about that later when that comes up. Here's more of the specific things. We're going to start in the babies' rooms and in room 104. Doing a documentation sheet each Sunday for the parents. This will go home with each child, and each child will have one sheet all throughout the Sunday. But it just helps. We've had moms asking, well, how much did they eat today, or when did they eat last, or that sort of thing. How many times were they changed? Were they poopy? Did they go potty today? That sort of thing. And I feel like this will be an easy way for us to keep up, as well as communicate between each hour. Because a lot of times we don't get the chance to communicate as well. So I'm hoping that this will give you a chance to let the teachers after you know, or for you to find out things that you need to know about a child if you have questions or whatever. On it has a place for your name, the child's name, and then at the bottom there's a place for special notes for my teacher, and that would be like if we had a child that mom said they're teething, and if they don't calm down after 15-20 minutes, just give me a call and I'll come back and get them. Moms may be upset if they've been crying the whole time, even though we've been trying to console them or whatever, and we don't want to disturb mom. I'd rather err on the side of caution and call mom and let her know that baby's crying. One other thing that we're going to be doing starting in February, rooms 107D and E, and then room 104, we'll be doing the toddler lessons out of our First Look curriculum. And I'm really excited about this because I've really been watching rooms 107D and 107E, and then I taught in 104 one day, and I had a huge eye-opener that those lessons are a little hard for those little bitty ones that are just turning 2 or not quite 2. So this will be more of a playtime thing. You'll incorporate the lesson into their playtimes, and you'll have specific toys to play with them, or specific things that you incorporate into their playtime. So I'm very excited about that, and to see what our little ones can learn and what they can soak up. One other thing for babies is we need to make sure that we're changing diapers every hour, and for those that are not potty trained, that we're checking them and changing them every hour. You can do this right before pickup time, or if you just want to start checking them, about halfway through and finish up before transition, that would be great. We've had a couple of moms asking why their baby's diapers are wet, and so that's something we really need to work on, making sure that that's taken care of. If you have a room full of babies, you got one in each arm, and you're trying to get everything done, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot get diapers changed today, call one of us out in the hallway. We'll gladly come change diapers, come help you get kids, whatever we need to do to help make that easier. And, we don't mind changing diapers or whatever we need to do. This one is for the little bit older ones that go to MIT. We have had a lot of kids trying to go to the bathroom during MIT, and I've heard a lot of teachers saying, I don't even know what this story was about today. So, when you get ready to go to MIT, take a few minutes before and have the kids go to the bathroom. I know they probably will say, I don't need to go, but just give them a strong encouragement to go and tell them, that they can't really go during MIT. Now, if they do need to go during that time, your director or myself or Virginia will be outside the door, and you can gladly, we'll gladly take them to the bathroom. But I hate for you guys to miss out on the story, because that helps you engage the kids better in the classroom. So I'm trying to keep it where y'all can stay in there, and if a kid needs to go to the bathroom and it's an emergency, then they can go. The other thing for MIT is we purchased last week some poly spots, and these are just little vinyl circles that the kids can sit on when they go into MIT, and it kind of gives them a spot to sit in. I know the tape worked wonderful until we got the stage, and so I'm trying to make it a little better because we don't have as much room in there now with the stage. But, it would be easier probably for you guys to grab a stack. I'll leave them on the table outside where you put your sign-in sheets, and you can grab a stack and just hand each child one as they go in and tell them to go find a spot. I know that some kids are going to want to get up and throw theirs like a frisbee, so establish rules with them. Let them know that if you get up one time or two times, whatever you want to allow, I want them to get up and sing and things like that, but if they're getting up to play with their poly spots, then establish rules with them that if you get up once or twice, then they're going to lose their spot. And I think that they will take ownership in this by getting to choose where they sit, and they have their spot where they're going to be sitting. But give me feedback on that. Let me know how that goes, and if we need to change something, we can. That is no problem. The last thing that I have is I'm going to be posting a link to a survey in the email, and what I'd love for you to do is to fill it out and let me know. This is basically just letting me know how things are going on your end. I walk around every Sunday and I see how things are going, but it may be different from your perspective. So I definitely want to know, and I know some of you don't like to speak up when you see something that needs to be changed, but this is your chance. Anytime you need to come to me with something, you can. And that's the only way we're going to get better, is if I know what things need to be changed for the better and that sort of thing, what things need to go away completely. So fill this out, and once I get it back, your name will be entered in a drawing for a dinner for two, so you and your spouse or you and a friend can go out to dinner. I appreciate you guys so much, and I really want to hear from you and know what is doing well and what needs to be better. And again, thank you guys so much for all that you do every Sunday. It is definitely appreciated, and I see the results in every kid. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great week.